Indeed, my brothers, being with the right woman is the best thing you can do for yourself, but being with the wrong one is basically putting your life in shackles. Don't be mistaken, there are a lot of good women out there, but often, us men get ourselves stuck in relationships that destroy our lives. I don't want you all to fall into that ditch. That's why today, I'm going to give you the 3 major signs that indicate it's time to make changes in your relationship. And be strong-hearted, brothers, you might even have to cut the entire relationship off. Don't push that idea away or be scared of it. I'll remind you that there was a time you lived happily without this girl that's causing problems now. Let that realization make you more open-minded as we get into this discussion. On the extreme end, I've seen guys get brutally murdered because they couldn't let go of a toxic relationship. That's an extreme example and won't happen to 97% of men, but it is a real scenario. That's why I'm saying, no man should let toxicity go unnoticed. With that said, let's get into the main points. Number 1, she's very disrespectful of you. Brothers, a major indicator that it's time to part ways with a woman is her consistent disrespect towards you. Often, men who handle tough situations with their strength find themselves becoming more lenient when it comes to a woman, allowing her to cross boundaries that should never be crossed. It's crucial that you know that tolerating her disrespect only encourages it to continue on and on. There's no benefit in permitting it or making excuses for it. The truth is, you'll earn more of her respect by setting clear boundaries and actually addressing the issue. I don't mean responding with aggression or disrespect in return. Rather, it's about drawing the line firmly and conveying that the behavior she's showing is unacceptable. You can communicate your love for her, but assert that this behavior will not be tolerated. She must understand that certain lines cannot be crossed. However, brothers, if we aim to establish a healthy relationship, we need to understand why she thought it was acceptable in the first place. Digging deeper into the situation will reveal her true intentions, and whether this is something that can be fixed or not. Sometimes women might claim it's their family's way of communication and don't see it as a problem. In such cases, you must acknowledge that the thing you both have won't work if she normalizes what you find crude. If she recognizes the issue and is willing to change, that's a positive sign. It shows she's willing to fight for the relationship. You must be honest with yourself and lead by example in the relationship, establishing the standards you expect. She can either align with these expectations or choose to part ways. The choice will be on her. Number 2, she is constantly inconsistent. Brothers, another key sign that suggests it's time to recalibrate the relationship is if her affection towards you is sporadic. Inconsistency in a woman's display of affection is mostly the sign of a tumor deep in action. If you don't notice it early on and remove it, it becomes big enough to destroy what you spent years fostering. What this means is that you'll notice her not consistently expressing her affection or care towards you in ways that are crucial for your relationship's health. Now, when I talk about affection here, I'm not only referring to intimate moments in bed. That's not even how women actually show their affection. What I'm talking about are the simple gestures like hugging and kissing and cuddling randomly. These gestures are what proves a healthy relationship because it conveys openness and love. If it's a recent change and can be linked to a particular argument or event, know that it might just be that conflict affecting her behavior. However, if she's been this way from the beginning, it might be a sign of a much bigger issue, a lack of genuine attraction. In that case, you'll need to do the harsh self-reflection on why she is with you in the first place. Is it that she sticks by you because you provide well, when in reality, she feels no spark towards you? Do you find her adopting an attitude of just getting by? This will be evident in ways like showing a lack of enthusiasm for big events in a relationship, or even something simple like going on vacation. I know accepting that is harsh, brothers, but rejecting the truth never solves a problem. Another possibility is past trauma. Trauma isn't just about big traumatic events. Growing up in a family where affection was scarce or missing can be a form of trauma. It impacts a person's ability to engage in a healthy relationship. So if this is the case, she might need help in working through these issues. And brothers, remember, this is a common problem that affects many relationships, whether they're in the dating phase, long-term relationships, or marriages. You're not the only one going through it. What advice would you give someone else? Be kind-hearted enough to give yourself that same advice. Don't wait too long to address it, and if there's no other way, decide that parting ways is the best course of action. That's called prioritizing yourself. Lastly, number 3, you're the only one contributing in the relationship. Brothers, the third sign that it's time to move on from a relationship is when a woman exhausts your emotional and mental energy more than she adds positivity to your life. Now, whatever your beliefs are, let's think of women as being created to be supportive of their man. They are meant to enhance your life and assist you in your endeavors, but not to carry all your burdens, obviously. In other words, they basically should be inspiring you to be a better man. But if you find yourself in a situation where your woman only takes from you, how can I put this? It's the biggest red flag there is. Some of you may think that the frustration may be due to your own issues and shortcomings, and that's understandable. However, if she continues to be the main source of your frustration and doesn't contribute positively to your life, you have to recognize her role in draining your emotional and mental energy. A lot of men think women can never be the wrongdoer. That is simply not true, brothers. Many women take advantage of men being so naive, lonely, and helpless in love nowadays that they juice out all their positives for themselves. If you don't catch it yourself, no one can do it for you. You must face reality head-on. So many men make the common mistake of assuming that, as providers and protectors, their role is to bear every financial responsibility in a relationship, and that's fine. But it doesn't mean that your woman gets to contribute nothing and simply enjoy the benefits. They should find ways to add value to your life. If she can't do anything else, she can still soothe your frustration, relieve your stress, or guide you to a peaceful state of mind. Pathetically, many men overlook this aspect because they don't even know what they're owed. They foolishly think that by offering more, their woman will appreciate them more. In reality, if she doesn't appreciate your efforts right now, giving more won't change the situation a bit. That's why you have to reflect on your role as a man. Ensure you're addressing your part properly. If you are doing so, but your partner continues to drain you without contributing anything meaningful, it's time to consider parting ways. Once again, it's not about being harsh, but about ensuring that both partners build on each other's lives in a balanced and healthy way, and not like a parasite. So brothers, let's bring this topic to a close with some conclusions. You must assess whether your current relationship is genuinely beneficial. Take an honest look and ask yourself, why am I holding on to this woman? Is she the right one for me, or am I just afraid to let go for these reasons? If you're hesitant to let go of the woman, even though she brings headaches into your life, it's better to nip the problem in the bud. Brothers, a lot of men find themselves lost and heartbroken when a relationship ends, to the point they never recover. But often, it's the best thing that could have happened to them. Sometimes, you're not losing a relationship. You're gaining your freedom back, so view it as such. Sometimes your desires and emotions cloud your judgment, but by strengthening your spiritual connection, you'll gain deeper insight into what you need to do and make decisions that align with your true well-being. With that said, thank you for sticking around, and see you in the next one.